All right, so today we're going to talk about level 4. We've talked about levels 1, which is avoidance, space control, survive and escape. Level 2, you can't really escape, so you have to engage in a little bit more of of a fight. You have to use a little bit more skill, be a little bit more destructive, dominate your opponent, and then escape. Level 3, we're looking at multiple attackers, improvised weapons, clubs, knives, guns, all of the really terrible stuff that you never hope to have to face in your entire life. And then we get into level 4, right? So in my thinking, right, once we have levels 1 through 3 fairly well in hand, right, any one of these is a lifetime of study, by the way, but once you have them fairly well in hand, once you're pretty comfortable with your skill set, you can start looking at non-destructive alternatives, right? So at this point, I have trained enough to know that if somebody throws a punch at me and they're untrained, they're not really a threat, okay? I hate to break it to you, but the vast majority of you out there don't scare me, you know? Well, you scare me because anyone can hurt me, right? But I'm fairly comfortable with the idea that if somebody tries to hurt me, they're going to have a difficult time of it, okay? And that training, that extensive training, gives me the opportunity to practice non-destructive means, right? So this is where, instead of going straight for an eye jab against somebody who's belligerent in a bar, right, which would be a very destructive maneuver, well, now I can do something where maybe I kind of block their punch in a little bit of a painful way for them. I lift their chin up with a palm strike, reorient their eyes, use that off-balancing to take them to the ground, get them in a little bit of a lock, keep an eye out for their associates, right? And just kind of say, hey, do you really want to do this, right? And at this point, I haven't hurt them. I haven't injured them. I've hurt their pride, and I will need to watch my back on the way home. But fundamentally, and by the way, I don't go to bars. Okay, and if you think that you're going to get in fights at the bars that you go to different bars, right? So that's kind of self-defense aside. That's self-protection issues. But anyway, so in level 4, you're using all of this foundational knowledge that you have and this confidence that you have to deal with these engagements and understanding how violence works and what a trained attacker looks like and what an untrained attacker looks like, so that you can understand the difference. And in that moment, you're going to have a little bit more freedom to use non-destructive means, okay? Because at the end of the day, we don't want to hurt anyone. Why? Because we are all brothers and sisters in this world, right? So I practice Zen meditation, and as part of that, you come to understand that there is a certain level of unity of all life, and that means that hurting somebody else really hurts me, okay? And you can talk to a whole bunch of people about it, but anyone who's really hurt somebody has had to live with that pain, okay? So anything that we do to somebody else, we're doing to ourselves. And that's terrible. Fighting is terrible. So in level 4, we're moving away from all that destructive skill that we learned, and we're learning how to not use that, because now we can protect ourselves. We can protect ourselves with violence, so we might not need to, all right? We're used to getting tagged a little bit. It's okay, you know? The last time somebody punched me in the face, I was able to just go, did you really have to do that? Talk about something that de-escalated a situation, right? Why? Because we train hard, right? We're used to getting hit. And now we didn't need to engage in violence, right? And that was worth it, right? So just, level 4 is all about using that foundation so that you can practice a set of skills to control your opponent, to control the situation without being destructive. Because ultimately, that's what we want to avoid, right? That's why we engage in self-defense training, so that we can do self-protection practice. And through our self-protection practice, we have learned how to hurt somebody. And now it's time to take that confidence and that training and use it as a basis with which to know, first, I can try to de-escalate the situation. I can try and non-destructively control this person. And from that stance, be able to protect myself and my loved ones without causing undue injury to others, right? So that's level 4. Food for thought.